everybody, it's Derek here. We're going to take a look at Wytchwood today. Wytchwood is a kind of crafting cozy grove sort of deal. I'm just going to start the game while I say some shit. I've played a little bit of it already just to make sure the tutorial wasn't ridiculously onerous or anything like that, and it's fine. Even if I did get lost, like, very quickly because I didn't understand one of the game's mechanics, but I do now, so that shouldn't happen in the stream. Press any button. Okay, I will press down on the D-pad. It worked. It really is press any button. Okay, let's go into small face. Small face. Yeah, I'm keying out a lot. I really should remember to not wear black when I'm streaming, because the chroma key does not like it when I wear black. Anyway, we're going to do a new game, so we can start from the beginning so you have an idea of how it works. Once upon a time, there lived an odd little witch in an odd little house. She spent most of her days tending to her odd little garden and resting in her odd little chair. On this day, however, her sleep is interrupted by an odd little noise. Bah! Who's there? I get my ass up. Fucking goat. You devil! How dare you wake a young lady from her beauty sleep? Blah! Shoo, shoo! Get out of my house, you mindless beast! You're making a mess! With a swift kick in the rump, you boot the goat through the front door. Nice. When did this place get so cluttered? Could have sworn I swept the hearth just yesterday. Looks like game audio's a bit loud. I'm gonna put it down a little bit. First things first. My old grimoire must be around here somewhere. Alright. Zooming. Granny zooming. Zoom. Aha! Here it is. It's lighter than I recall. Your grimoire contains all of your craftable recipes. You can open it any time by pressing that button. Alright. Here's our menu, basically. This is kind of the general meta crux of the game, if you like. My microphone is also a bit loud. Okay, I'll put that down a bit too. Yeah, the general crux of the game is basically to fill this in. So that's what we're going to be looking at. All my recipes are missing! A damnable creature has chewed up all the pages of my book. Where's my belt? I'll need it to carry my things if I'm going to go confront the beast. Must have left it in that trunk over there. Alright, steal all the stuff. Braided belt. A simple rope waistband keeps items handy. Impi nut. Its thorny husk has stimulating properties, whether ground, it's consumed, or simply stepped upon. Reedy twine. Rough plant fibers roughly braided into a thin rope. And seeker vine. Even in the least likely of places, this tenacious ivy always finds a way. Alright then. Oof, my poor back. How long was I napping for? Good dose of medicine ought to soothe the aches. Ought to soothe these aching bones before I head outside. At least I still have the recipe for my mending poultice. And we gotta craft some shit. So we need forest herb and an hag shroom. Luckily we have mushrooms just growing in our little house cottage thing. Alright, so now we can make it. And it's been added to our belt at the bottom of the screen, and now we can use it. I have been healed. Alright, let's get out of here. So do let me know audio-wise. I'm only checking this based on OBS's audio levels. And it seems okay. Overgrown yard. You step outside into a humid marsh and immediately stub your toe on a twisted root. Ouch! Close your eyes for a wink, and the next thing you know, the whole yard's gone to the weeds. Somewhere in the distance, you can hear braying through the dense bramble. Where'd that cross-eyed billy goat get to? You could at least put those gun-nashers to good use on this lawn. Press that to open your map and get a better look at your surroundings. Okay then. That did not really help, but sure. Can I leave? I think I've crashed the game. Oh, okay, we're out. That was weird. The game did not respond. Okay, find the goat. Alright. First we're gonna pick up some shit. There he is. A little shit. Bah! Is that all you've got to say for yourself? Bah! The goat cups up a disgusting hairball. Ah, yes. Hello. Hello? Can you hear me now? Apologies. It's been so long since I've used a mortal vessel. Ugh. There's dirt in its mouth. Pleh, pleh, pleh. You can talk? Of course I can talk. Has your mind become so filled with cobwebs that you've forgotten your old friend? You wound me, madam. It's good to see you up and about. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever awaken. Though I suppose time flows strangely in this place. Anyway, I've come to collect. Do you have the amount we agreed upon? Amount? Amount of what? Oh dear. If you really don't remember, we should go over the contract details again. Down there. The goat nods its head towards the ancient stone gateway looming nearby. And just how am I supposed to get through that solid rock? You're the one who sealed it last. Take a closer look, and I'm sure it will come back to you. Open your witch's eye with that to inspect objects and creatures and discover their weaknesses. What is the goat's weakness? The goat. I'll help you out, trust me. Fair enough. Alright, stone pillar. An unusually large standing stone wrapped with enchanted engravings. And its weakness is Unveiling Powder. Powder. Alright, what else we got? Hag shroom. Oddly shaped fungus with an evil odor. Anything else? No. Alright, I've now learned Unveiling Powder. Don't underestimate your senses, my dear. You may be old, but you can see things others cannot. Hidden weaknesses lying below the surface. Ah, I can see it now. There are shallow runes etched on the surface of the stone. But they are too faint for me to read. A powder of unveiling ought to do the trick. If you hadn't made a snack of my book, I wouldn't have to re-transcribe my recipes. I shall not be held liable for any losses or inconveniences incurred as a result of abyssal possession. By inspecting objects and creatures, you can learn new recipes to craft in your grimoire. This is the game mechanic that I just glossed over when I was playing this myself. You have to actually inspect things, and when you do, you learn a recipe. It's not a case of having to unlock a recipe or anything, you just have to encounter it. Encounter the need for it, and you'll unlock it. So basically, we already know Unveiling Powder, or Powder? Fuck. Because we moused over this, basically. So we already know how to make it. Unveiling Powder. Sprinkling of this dust will reveal hidden mysteries. So now we have it. And now we can go, hiya! You smear a handful of the glowing powder onto the runes of the doorway. A cool blue light emanates from the glyphs and envelops the entrance in its aura. You squint, attempting to discern the meaning of the letters. They appear to be in some obscure runic alphabet. What gibberish is this? Looks like it was carved by a frightened hen. Must be written in the umbral tongue. Allow me to translate. The goat steps up to the doorway and pauses. Well, what does it say? The goat swings its shaggy head towards you. Dark, matted wool obscures the creature's beady eyes. I cannot see. Unbelievable. What help are you then? I didn't come here to help. I came to collect. Now do something about this mop of hair, would you? Fine. Take out some rusty old shears down in the garden. Alright. go find some shears. Granny sure has some speed on her. Zooming. Alright, shears. Simple steel snips to cut through a surprising variety of things. Yes, because it cuts through pretty much everything. Okay. So we have the shears now. Give him a haircut. A quick snip. With much protesting and a nicked ear, you shear away clumps of dirty hair from the goat's eyes. Much better. Oh my. Were you always this grotesque, or is my memory failing me as well? Watch your tongue, or I'll give it a good snip too. Now you can read the runes or not. Yes. A space beneath, she sleeps alone. Tokens given up to the unknown. Fires of four shall unroot the stone. Braziers burn and await the crone. Crone? Who's it calling a crone? What are these tokens I'm to burn? Perhaps you ought to take a closer look at those braziers. Okay. Ash-caked brazier. The remnants of its last burn are barely discernible for the time since. So this needs a blue feather. Empty brazier. Little remains in this brazier, but an undeniably acrid smell. We need dog hair. Crusted brazier. Some past contents have left a hard residue within. We need frog slime. And a glinting brazier. The inside catches the light just enough to suggest some past iridescence. And we need a shiny stone. Dog hair, bird feather, frog slime, and a shiny stone. Suppose you swallowed up any of those things while I was asleep? I don't think so, but feel free to sift through this creature's leavings, if you want to be completely sure. However, there's a whole world outside this little swamp, you know. See that gateway over there? The one with the lovely green flame? The goat motions to the far side of your yard. I guess a brisk walk in the woods would do these creaky joints some good? Too much time indoors is bad for the humors. Alright. So we can cut our way through this now. Into the darkness. Snipping and tearing your shears makes short work of the bramble. You cut your way through the remaining vines and suddenly step onto a cold stone dais. Time seems to flow backwards, or maybe it speeds forwards? An oppressive, star-filled void stretches as far as you can see. Though there is no wind or sound in this void, a warm fall breeze and the chirping of birds seizes your attention. A doorway. Okay, I'll pick up this thing first. So you've got a hearth seed. When thrown sharply against the ground, this seed will spirit you back to cozy comforts. So this is a return home thing, basically. Okay. All right. We've got a twig, a small stick still retaining a bit of flexibility. Forest herb, a light minty plant with healing properties, lovely as a tea. Into the decay, great. It's as if the wood itself has parted to allow one through. Okay. Let's pick up the shit. Ah, a person. And a squirrel, I think. Squirrel. Possesses an energy far outpacing its tranquil home. It's weak to snap trap. Now, here's where I got stuck, because I hadn't realized, despite it being right there in the menu, I hadn't realized that I had already learned the snap trap recipe, and I was going all over the map going, where do I learn this? Because it's taking ages, and it's like, I already knew it. Anyway, I can make one. We have a snap trap. Let's have a chat with this person first. Birdwatcher. Woman spins around on her heels so quickly she nearly hits you with her spyglass. Ah, you startled me. Can't you see I'm busy with my scientific research? Research? What is it you're looking for with that contraption? Why, the famed indigo-tufted forest lark. They're said to be native to this forest and this forest only. Have you seen one, perchance? You glance upward at the small blue bird perched atop the oblivious woman's hat. I haven't. Sorry. A shame. Well, it's never too late to open one's eyes to the wonders of the natural world. Never know what you'll discover. She points at a nearby woodland critter stuffing its cheeks with seeds. Take that squirrel, for example. Spend a few moments watching its behavior and you'll learn everything you need to know about it. Observation is key. Now, if you don't mind, I wouldn't want to miss making an exciting new discovery. The bluebird glances vacantly at you before pooping on the brim of the woman's hat. Very good. So it's not like the game didn't tell me multiple times what I was supposed to do. I just straight up didn't get it. A hatchet might break this apart. So this is a rotting log. A fallen tree overgrown with mushrooms and moss. So we need a hatchet to break that. Which, as you'll notice, we do not have. Okay. Alright. So we have a snap trap. And we do need... Alright, so we do need... If we want to get a blue feather, we need to trap a bird, basically. A skittish songbird enjoys eating seeds. So if we put one down here... And run away... Here it comes. You can do it. Alright, we got the blue feather. That's one down. Killinman. Evening, ma'am. Come to check on the pottery? I'm afraid I just fired the kilns up, so there'll be a while still. Pottery? Bah. I was just admiring that fine canine over there. You point to a scraggly-looking mutt patrolling the yard. May I give her a petting? Oh, you can try, but I wouldn't if you value your fingers. She's a touch bitey today, and doesn't much like people going near the ovens. I have a way with animals. Surely I can find something to calm her down. So we need to make a soporific morsel. Guard dog, foul-tempered, snaps at anything that comes too close. Okay then. Can we make that? So, soporific morsel, a warm gobbet of animal flesh soaked with sleeping magic, useful against dogs. So we need a soporific potion, which we can craft, and a meaty morsel, which we just got from trapping that bird. So, soporific potion. This draft will send whoever drinks it into a deep sleep. However, it tastes horrible, so mix it with something delicious. So we can't make this yet, because we need a lathe cap and a jar of water, and we do not have either of those yet. Empty jar. A fired earthenware pot for holding liquids. I wonder if that can hold water for us. Ash pile. Byproducts of a fire. We need a trowel. And a locker. A box for storing items. Alright, well, as soon as Pooch moves out of the way, we can get to that chest. Alright, clay. Rich, muddy earth that can be shaped and molded. Molded is spelled wrong, but whatever. Gold coin. A singular small piece of gold suitable for exchange as currency. Okay. I might as well nick these pots while we're at it. Okay, so we cannot deal with the dog just yet. What's this guy up to? You alright, buddy? Oh man, oh jeez. I don't know about this. He tapped the man's shoulder and he nearly tumbles headfirst into the well. Ah! What's the matter with you? I could have fallen in. And perhaps you shouldn't be leaning over the edge, like some wobbly stork. What's so interesting down this well anyways? Oh, well, my grandpappy used to tell me that people drop all sorts of treasures down there. Just waiting for someone to dig it up. Got myself a trowel and thought I'd give it a go. Put the ropes out, and it looks awful dark and damp. I get goosebumps just thinking about all the ghoulies that might be lurking down there in the shadows. You ever consider that those ghoulies might get goosebumps thinking about you, lurking up here in the sunlight? No, not really. Not sure if that makes me feel any better about them, actually. Maybe the business of treasure hunting isn't for me after all. Here, why don't you take my trowel? I don't think I'll be needing it. You can go down into the well and see those ghoulies for yourself. He offers you a small trowel. Looks like it's never been used. Yoink. This old well is deep and dark. You might be able to climb down into it, but the rope has long since rotted away. Cool breeze wafts up from the darkness, but we do have reedy twine, so we can make a rope. You toss a length of strong, homemade rope down into the darkness. It seems like it should support you without much fuss. Sick. And now we also have a trowel. Now I am going to just move these around a little bit. I'm going to put you all the way at the end, because never really going to need you all that much. Okay, let's go into the well, why not? Alright, we're in. I'm in. Hacker voice. Gold coin? Gold coin? Clay deposit. A load of slippery clay should contain a few useful handfuls. Ah, fresh spring water. A aquifer? No, an aquifer. An aquifer, even. An aquifer gushing with cool, clean water. Okay, so let's get the money. And then let's shovel up some clay. Why not? So we just got a shiny stone there. Anyway, rich, muddy earthen. No, that we can do that. Gold coin and clay. Okay, hang on. Oh yeah. So shiny stone, a smooth stone, faintly glowing with reflected magic. So that's another component that we need. That's 2 down. Got a jar of water. So, I don't know why, but this underwater area actually produces quite a bit of slowdown for the game. There's one other area in the game that's done it too, but it's not consistent, but for whatever reason down here it's consistent. You can see it there. It's always when she's turning the corner there's a bit of slowdown. We got chest. Shit's locked. Unknown weaknesses. So there in fact is something we need to learn. Shiny stone. Shiny stone. Clay. Something stirs inside but does not emerge. Alright. Come back to you later, I suppose. We still don't know where the frog slime is, so we gotta figure that out. Okay, we can go north. I don't think we've been that way, and we can go east. Let's head north for a second. More birds. Got a gate. Gilded gate. Bars a witch's way until it deigns to open, so arbitrary locked door, basically. Okay. Alright, down this way, so. Ah, hatchet. Give me that axe. Woodsman. Hey, you there. Give me a hand, would you? With what? Seem to have everything under control? These stumps aren't going anywhere. My darn useless son was supposed to help me, but he's wandered off again. Are we to go bother frogs and eat bugs or such nonsense? Anyway, I need help clearing away some of these dead logs. It's late in the season and the wood has started to rot. Just be careful of the purple mushrooms. Sometimes grow inside. They'll make you powerful sleepy if you breathe in the spores. As much as I do love poisonous fungi, I'm not much of a lumberjack. Nonsense. Anyone can experience the joys of splitting a fine stump. Here. My boy won't be missing his hatchet. The woodsman spins a sharp-looking hatchet in his hands and thrusts the handle at you. Yoink. And now we have a hatchet. And I'm just gonna move that around. Okay. Is there a log nearby somewhere? Yeah, there's one there. Okay. Alright. And... oh. Soot Sprite. A tiny dancer born of what once was. Well, we don't have a net. So we can't deal with them. It would disintegrate in my hands. I'll need my net. We don't have a net. So we'll have to come back to that in a second. Okay, we should have enough to make this potion, which we do. A lathe cap. Sweet-smelling mushrooms that brings forgetfulness and slumber. Alright, and then we can make soporific morsel. Cool. Let's just keep going this way. Is this a dead end? Squirrel. Collect all the things. I'm looking for a particular character. I forget where they are. Thought they were over here. Oh wait, there's this way. There he is. Ragamuffin. Oi lady! What's that great stinking pot on your head? I would ask the same about all those stinking frogs in your trousers. Oh, you're just jealous. The boy fumbles between trying to wrangle all his frogs and swiping ineffectually at wayward fireflies with a shoddy-looking bug net. Juggling a little more than you can handle, eh? Exactly are you hoping to accomplish flailing about like that? Are you daft? Me frogs are hungry. I gotta catch some of these fireflies to feed them. Takes another wild swing, missing his target entirely. Why don't you let me take a few of those frogs off your hands for a moment? I will let you swing that net properly. Oh, I see how it is. You are after me precious prizes. I don't know what accent I'm doing with this guy. Well, how about I give you the net and you catch me some fireflies? He's going all over the world. Then maybe I'll think about trading you one of my froggies. The boy waggles the net in your face. You take it. Alright then. Put you here. And now we got a net. Damn it. Come here. Come here, you little shit. One more. One more for the road. Okay. Well, these hoppers ain't going to stick around with empty bellies. Faster you catch those fireflies, the faster we can eat. I mean, the frogs can eat. The boy holds out an empty jar with holes poked in the lid. Firefly, 5 out of 5. The boy shakes the jar, rattling the captured insects like pennies in a piggy bank. Oh, these are nice and juicy. The lads are gonna feast tonight. Now, about our deal? You agree to trade me one of your pets there. Ha ha! What deal? I don't remember making no deal. A frog squirms out of the boy's overalls and plops down by his feet with a wet slap. Dang it, there goes Slippery Pete. He takes a clumsy swipe at the amphibian, but the creature squeezes out of his grasp and bounces into the underbrush. Aw, shucks. Never liked him anyways. If you can catch him, he's all yours. Yep. And now we got frog slime. It's just the doggo now. A changeling. Most mushrooms don't do this much wiggling. Come back here. I'll chop you good. Alright, changeling root. And we also picked up some other stuff. Fairy dust. Barely visible, but makes your fingers tingle at the touch. Campfire ember. Once a raging fire, before that a mighty tree. Frog slime. Slippery mucus secreted from a damp-dwelling amphibian. Now, changeling root. Like an acorn holds a mighty oak inside, but this contains more fluid possibilities. Okay. So it's just the dog left, and we have a soporific morsel. so we should be able to put him to sleep. Eh. There he goes, straight away to sleep. I'll snip. Bit of dog hair. Nice. Frog slime, blue feather, shiny stone, and dog hair. That's all I need for those braziers. I should head back home now. That's a good pup. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. Or, you know what? I'll show you what the heart seed does. Heart seeds, time to go home. There you go. Just sends you back here. Wait, it's this way. Okay, so we have all the parts. Yeah. What are you giving these to me for? Set them in the braziers. Right. Brazier awaits an offering. Shiny stone. You drop the stone into the basin with a resounding chiming sound. Fractures trace across the pebble before it cracks open and a cold green light swallows it within its flames. Brazier awaits an offering. Frog slime. You gently squeeze the globs of wet slime from your satchel into the basin. The mucus bubbles and pops before cold flames reduce it to a fine, odorless ash. A brazier awaits an offering. Blue feather. A strong force pulls the feather down into the large basin like a magnet. It bursts into a bright flash of light as cold flames engulf its essence. Brazier awaits an offering. Dog hair. The dog hairs take a moment to fall from your fingers, fluttering down into the basin one by one. The fur bristles into foul-smelling coils before erupting into cold green flame. The emerald flames of the braziers place strange shadows across the stone doorway. You watch as fingers of shadow crawl up the rock face and crack open the solid granite like stale bread. The stone crumbles away into darkness, revealing a yawning stairway descending down into the cold earth. After you, madam. How come I didn't get that trophy last time I played this? Okay. Weird. Sleepy Maiden. Encased inside a gilded crystal coffin lies the body of a young woman. Though she sleeps in an enchanted slumber, her ageless features express a deep sadness. The sound of cloven hooves echo against the marble floor as the goat comes to your side. Quite something, isn't she? Do you remember bringing her to me? I brought her to you? Why? Who is she? I haven't the faintest idea. All I know is you brought her lifeless form to my doorstep and begged me to save her soul. Save her from what? Why is she asleep? Why, from the 12 wicked souls whom you said wronged her in life. Villains who deceived her and cheated her and broke her spirit. And as we agreed, here she will sleep till our contract is fulfilled. Until you bring me those 12 wicked souls. What? I remember no such contract. Our pact is binding, regardless of what you do or do not remember. At the goat's words, you feel something hard and dark locked away in the depths of your heart. It speaks the truth. And just why should I do your bidding? Seems like a lot of bothersome trouble to me. Why do I care about some sleeping beauty? Bring me the 12 souls, and I will release the sleeping maiden from her slumber. Our agreement will be fulfilled. Who knows? In time you may even remember why you brought her to me in the first place. Or you can simply return to the comfort of your little hovel, where you will waste away until the weeds grow so thick and not even your shears will be able to cut you free. And your mind will stay as empty as that grimoire of yours. but it is a big decision to make so hastily. Why don't you sleep on it? A heavy weight fills your marrow. Your eyelids flutter, barely able to stay open. Oh, what have you done to me? I can't stay awake. That's a sneaky goat. That's a sneaky goat. I'm awake again. That little shit. How'd I get all the way back here? Good morning. Trust you made up your mind. Will you collect the souls I've asked for, or would you prefer to stay stuck in this festering swamp? Alright. No need to get your horns in a twist. Do as you ask. You haven't given me much choice. Splendid. As it happens, I can already sense the first 4 souls we seek. 2 are in the forest, another in the swamp to the north, and the last in the fields to the south. Could you be more specific? Near a shapely stump, perhaps inside a tree with a face, by an overgrown mushroom grove. Do I look like a compass? Go out there and look for yourself. Alright then. The Sleepy Maiden. Alright, so we got four souls to collect, at least, for now. 12 in their entirety. Alright, collect 4 souls for the goat, the bear in the forest, the ox in the fields, the leech in the swamp, and the snake also in the forest. Okay. Well, we only have access to the forest right now, so let's go there. Alright, we're back. We're back to wreak havoc on the forest. Okay. Alright, that goes to the lakeshore, which we don't want to go to yet. Alright, well, there's some snaky snake stuff. There's some bear stuff. There's some ox stuff. Is the leech? Is the leech anywhere? Oh, there's the leech. All the way up there, in the swamp. Okay. Where are you going? I wasn't holding the controller, she just decided to run off. You found that bird yet? Spotted anything exotic lately? Okay, okay. I wanted to make another one of them just to have it on us, but we don't have the materials for it. So the bear looks like it's the closest, so let's have a look at that. Oh, hello there. Sorry, I think I managed to get most of this debris off the road. Looks like you've made a fine wreck. What on earth happened to your cart? Yes, well, you see, I was sent on a very important mission by order of my captain, the bear. The bear, you say? Sort of mission. It's my job to make sure the Lakeshore camp is well stocked with provisions. But most importantly, a steady supply of honey for the bear's favorite mead. I was just on my way back from the apiary with a cartful even, when a deer or something darted out of nowhere. Jostled my poor mule so bad she broke her bridle and ran off. My own heart nearly leapt out of my ribcage. Piled the darn cart right into the ditch she did. Now every barrel is smashed and I can't bring myself to report back empty-handed. The bear will have my guts for garters, I'm sure of it. This bear sounds like quite a brute. Oh, you don't know the half of it. If he doesn't get his honey mead, heads will roll. Maybe you could lend me a hand? I can't very well put this broken cart back together. No, nothing like that, but could you take a message to the sergeant of Lakeshore Camp? He's a reasonable fellow. Let him know what happened. Maybe you can get me out of this bind? You could get to the Lakeshore Camp if you follow the road to the northwest of here. I need to stay with the cart and assess the damages. Oh dear. Press that to review quest objectives. Sure. Alright. We got a lead on the bear. So we gotta head to the Lakeshore Camp, but we haven't been this way yet. Come here. Come here. Come here to me. Get in the net. Ollie, get in the net. Alright. I was wondering where I picked these up. Get in the net! Okay. There's more over here. Okay. The stag. A stylized image to flatter the self-proclaimed ruler of this region. Commissioned by him, of course, and promptly forgotten. Okay. That's probably another soul, but they're not on the list for us right now. Alright, let me make one of these. So we have it. Let me make another one. Why not? That way it won't disappear off the tool belt when we use one. Okay. Where are you going? Okay. Oh, you little shit, come here. I have a net now. Alright. We got a soot sprite. I'm not sure that really matters, but we have one. Often beneath one's notice, they are the true power behind a raging flame. Okay. I think the camp was this way? Yeah. So what do people think of the game so far? I kind of like it. He goes, "Hey, where do you think you're going?" "Yeah, no one but us soldiers are allowed inside the Lakeshore Camp." "Get out of my way. I have urgent news of your quartermaster. I need to speak with your sergeant." "Urgent only being that sergeant in this line of the train. Or if the captain hasn't had his drink." "That's right. Captain Bear is in a right foul mood. You can't come in unless you want a good thrashing." The guard almost has to shout over the clattering gin coming from inside the camp. "You heard him. It's dangerous in there." I don't know where he's from either. "Wouldn't have the heart to let a frail old granny like you near the beasts." One guard turns to the other with a conspiratorial shrug. "Yeah, but who are we to say what's good for her health?" "Oh yeah, you're right. We might be convinced to look the other way if we fairly compensated." "Right, fairly compensated, of course." Where's that coming from? We'd be sticking our necks out after all. I think he's getting randomly Cockney and Australian, and I can't pick either of them. Anyway, here's some money, you dickheads. The guards hold out their hands expectantly, like children begging for candy. You carefully press 3 heavy gold coins into the palm of the waiting guard. "There. I expect you two can divide them evenly amongst yourselves." "Right. 1 for you, 1 for me." "Oh, 2 for me." "Why you make 2 for me and 1 for you? I'm the one who does all the real guarding around here." "You still owe me for that game of dice you lost." "You cheated me. Give me them coins." The 2 guards fall into fisticuffs and roll into the bushes, leaving the gate to the camp wide open. You idiots. Well, there he is. It's the man himself. Alright, blood. An amount of sanguine fluids can be used to give life or hex it away. And a mending poultice, a speckled herbal paste that heals aches and pains, heals depleted hearts. Okay. The Bear, a large, ferocious soldier with many a self-aggrandizing story to tell, and his weakness is unknown. As you cautiously approach, the bear drains the last of his enormous tankard and smashes it against the head of the nearby soldier, knocking the hapless man to the ground. "And then I walloped him, just like that. So next time I catch any of you cowards turning tail, I'll skewer you like a fish and leave your guts with the gulls." Suddenly noticing that his drink has gone dry, the bear bellows to the skies. "More mead, you yellow-bellied worm, more drink! Bring me my delicious honey mead." The soldiers taking cover nearby exchange nervous glances at each other, none wanting to confront the bear. There is no more honey mead. The bear wipes a strand of drool from his sagging lips and his bleary eyes slowly focus on you. A mocking smirk splits his face as he waves at you with his great spiked mace. Say, now that's a funny-looking helmet. Soldier, I ever tell you the time I crushed the bucket-headed barbarians of the Western Mountains? You decide that now is a good time to leave the bear to his ramblings rather than make yourself an unfortunate prop in his war stories. The bear kicks an empty tankard at you as you retreat back into the camp. That's right, go get me more mead! You good for nothing, sluggard. Alright, so there's a bit of slowdown there too. You look like a sergeant. As a frenetic-looking officer shouts hurried orders at whoever will listen, but most of the camp soldiers are busy cowering or knocked out cold. Man the gates, you, over there. Secure the perimeter. You just need to hold out a little longer. Sir, we're running out of men. Where's that damn shipment of honey? You step over an unconscious footman to address the man in charge. I might be able to answer that question. Who let this old bat into the camp? I found your quartermaster. He's having a bit of cart trouble on the road. I'm afraid your shipment isn't going to get there anytime soon. What? Oh, curse my rusty britches. Without the honey and other supplies, we can't make the honey mead. The bear's gonna flatten the whole camp when he finds out. The camp looks half flattened already. What's all this ruckus about? Well, the bear is the greatest warrior there ever was. Which is grand and all when we're fighting the enemy. Once we set up camp, he likes to use us poor sods as playthings to reenact his conquests. And the only thing the bear loves as much as fighting is drinking. It guzzles up so much honey mead we have to brew it right here in the camp, just to keep up. Points to a squat-looking device tucked near some tents, a portable brewery. Without that shipment of ingredients, I don't see how we can ever calm the bear down. He'll smash us all into paste before the sun sets. Let me take a look at this brewery of yours. The bear is so in love with brawling and boozing, and perhaps it's about time he received a dose of his own medicine. Determine what the brewery needs. Brewing equipment. Some well-used equipment for supplying a camp's worth of soldiers with honey mead. Alright. You inspect the brass contraption. A tank here, a hopper there. The bitter smell of alcohol is infused into the well-worn metal. Despite the needlessly complicated dials and tubing, at the end of the day, the brewery is really just a fancy cauldron. This seems simple enough. I should be able to concoct just a potion for your troubles. The rattle sergeant shrugs his shoulders at you. Sure, if you think it'll help, but you'll need to fuel the darn thing first. Our supplies are a mess, so you'll have to figure it out on your own. You open up the brewery to inspect its complicated innards. We need jars of water, 5, twigs, which we have enough of, and a cinder box. Well, we can put the twigs in. You snap kindling into pieces and scatter it into the bottom compartment of the brewery. Should be fuel enough for the job. And we don't have the other ones, so let's come back for that. Okay. What's in here? Meat, wine, and grain. A small pile of grain recently threshed. Okay. Well, we will probably need that to actually make the mead at some point. Although mead is honey. We wouldn't need grain. What am I talking about? Maybe we need it for something else. I don't know. Blech. Stiffened soldiers. These soldiers are attempting to look as much like logs as they can. Come here, you little shit. Unconscious soldier. This one might be faking it, but he's very convincing. Alright. So yeah, I do hope they can, you know, patch the slowdown in some of those areas. It's not great. Okay, we need well water. So we're gonna need 5 jars. We only have 1. There might be more that have respawned. At the Kilnman? Nope. Alright, we're gonna have to make our own, so... Alright, we have plenty. So we need 5. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. Now we'll just fill up here. Alright, we got the well water. And then a cinder box. So how do we make a cinder box? We need an ember. We need a firefly. And we need rodent lard. I think squirrels count as rodents, but they're not rodents. I forget what family they belong to, but they're not rodents. But whatever. Lol. Alright, we got rodent lard too now, so we can make a cinder box. Alright, we can head back. So looking at reviews for this game, this is actually one of the consistent gripes about the game, is that there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of just kind of mindless crafting kind of thing, in that you just have to make something and then you just have to make something else and so on, which it kind of seems like that's like the basis for the game in general. So if you don't like that kind of thing, if you don't like the kind of Stardew Valley or Minecraft thing where you have to go collect stuff to make more stuff to progress into the game, then, you know, you're probably not really going to like this too much. You open up the brewery to inspect its complicated innards. Alright, we have all the stuff we need. There's water. You slosh cool, clear water into the brewery's main tank. Not the best base for potion brewing, but you want to preserve the hot honey mead flavor. And cinderbox. With the heat of a cinderbox, you set the stove chamber of the brewery alight. It will bring the tank to a rolling boil. With a hiss of steam and the sound of boiling water, the rattling brewery is ready for the next step in the process. Of course. I'll need honey for the mead. A quartermaster said he was coming... Hang on, this is the wrong voice. A quartermaster said he was coming back from the apiary in the fields, so I best try there. And I'll need a proper magical binder and a token of the bear to seal the spell. Something in this camp ought to do the trick. Frothing basin of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. Alright, so we need all this stuff. Alright, we need a metamorphosis elixir. Careful you don't mix the two parts together, or there's no tell what will change. So we need dryad fruit, which is in the forest, which we haven't encountered yet. We need bug ichor, which is in the swamp and graveyard, which we haven't been to. And we need a changeling root, which we have found one, but we need another one. And what else do we need? There was there was something else, but it only gave us what were the other two things? Oh, alright. Teddy bear and honey, right, because they're not spells or reagents. Captain's tent. Through the open tent flap, you catch a glimpse of pillaged trinkets and treasures scattered around the spacious interior. You surmise that one of these precious objects might contain enough magical essence to use as a token of the bear. Your eyes have only a moment to linger upon the giant fur-lined bed before a hand pulls the door flap shut. Sergeant gives you a disapproving glare as he ushers you away. Hey, you can't go in there. This is the bear's personal tent. You know the kind of hell that would break loose if he finds out someone's been in snooping. Don't worry. I'll be careful. Seems like your men are keeping him distracted anyway. You glance over at the bear as he tosses aside a soldier like a sack of potatoes. No way. No how. No way, no how. If he thinks this is bad, just wait until he finds out there's no more honey mead. You're so afraid of that stomping brute, why don't you just slip away into the night? Surely it would prolong your life a little. And abandon all my friends. We soldiers gotta stick together. It's our only chance. If only there was some way to stand up to the bear. A thought seems to cross the sergeant's mind as he notices the potions and baubles hanging about your belt. Say, you're good with magical doodads and whatsits, right? What if you made me some sort of protective charm or talisman? Then I could maybe have a chance against that monster without getting my head stoved in. If I make you a protective talisman, will you let me into this tent? I suppose I wouldn't have much to worry about if you did. Alright. Sergeant looks at you with a glimmer of hope in his eyes. Well, we don't have a protective talisman. But we do know how to make one. So we need a wicked gemstone. Hang on. Wicked gemstone, magic paste, and wicker work. Okay, we can make all of those. So projects a magical shield around the bearer, protecting them from harm. We have magic paste, an omnipurpose miraculous adhesive. We need dragonfly wings, which are in the swamp, fairy dust, which we have, and milk, which we do not have. And then a wicked gemstone, the crystallized essence of evil insofar as it can be contained. We need campfire ember, which we found a few of, shiny stones, which we have enough of, and some more dog fur. Or dog hair, rather. Okay. Well, we can collect those on the way, I guess. We'll go to the fields, because I haven't actually been to the fields. I've been to the swamp. I spent a little bit of time in the swamp already. So we'll check out the fields to get, like, milk and honey and whatever. And also, it's a brand new area that I haven't been to. Although we could get dog hair here. Okay, yeah, we can get dog hair here. Okay. I don't have any water. And I don't have enough clay. And what else was I missing? I was missing something else. And I need more mushroom. More lathe caps. So I have to keep an eye out for some rotting logs, basically. But, yeah. Let's get the clay. We can get the clay here, we can make a pot, and then we'll have water if we need it. Or when we need it, rather. Oh, it's a frog. Come here. Alright. Got some frog slime. Okay. Alright, we can make... Oh, no, we can't. We need embers as well. Alright, never mind. Okay, there were some ash deposits in here. So if we just avoid the dog, we should be able to get a few of them. It's okay, dog. Luckily, he's quite slow, but if we stop to do anything, he will catch us, so... Yeah, I'm stuck. Okay, we kind of need them. Alright, it's easy enough to avoid most enemies in the game, honestly, but as you can see, we don't have, or maybe you can't see, but behind me, there are 3 hearts. So you only have 3 health, like, so. Okay, so we have a jar. And now we have water. Can we make this yet? No? Oh yeah, we don't have. We don't have a lathe cap mushroom. So yeah, let's keep an eye out for rotting logs, basically. No. Alright, whatever. We'll go into the fields anyway. Lazy grass. Handful of dry grass, without a care or concern in all the world. Well, you're mine now, lazy grass. A hopper. Lively and quick by virtue of its potent legs. And a turkey. Eschewing the oblivious charm of its clucking cousin, this fowl is absolutely terrifying. Okay. Digestive tablets are new. Digestive tabs. Do not eat these unless you would very shortly like to have that action undone. Useful against turkeys. Alright, snail shell, which we don't have, and it's in the swamp. Eye of newt, which is also in the swamp. And goblin snot, which is in the forest. Okay. We haven't encountered any goblins. So we're not going to be dealing with the turkey anytime soon, I guess. We can get a hopper. Oh, it's a lot of turkeys. Hang on. Let's give them a wide berth. Okay, we do want to go to the apiary, but I also want to go to, like... We also want to get milk, so... Let's see what else is around here. And we could also pick up the ox quest, too. What's up, bro? Vegetable farmer. A hefty gourd stands before you, wiping beads of dew off his bumpy forehead. He tilts up the rim of his hat and greets you with what you interpret as a smile. Welcome to my farm, stranger. What brings you out here? How's it growing, farmer? Oh, you know, not so bad. Trying my best to win the harvest competitions this year. Well, you look to be making good progress. I'm sure you'll be a shoo-in for the blue ribbon. You would think so, wouldn't you? But every year, without fail, that sour ox takes the prize. No matter how hard I work, I can't seem to outgrow his crops. Careful now, you're beginning to sound like a sore loser. Yeah, not sore loser, I just think it's quite suspicious, don't you think? Last year, the ox and his family grew the largest corn cobs I've ever seen. I was only barely able to get second place because of my own little helpers. He motions to animated turnips and potatoes busy with menial farm work. But this year, these crops are larger than ever before. I don't know, this accent's getting away from me now. Even though his family is nowhere to be seen, it doesn't make any sense to me. He's working the fields all by himself. What happened to his family? That's the fishy part. No one knows. They just disappeared one day. And the ox has said nothing. I'm thinking the ox is turning his family into vegetables? Does sound suspicious. Perhaps I'll go ask him myself. Yeah. His farm is down the southwest. You can't miss it. I must get back to work. Veggies won't grow themselves, you know. Yes, they do? Alright, the ox. Okay. Yeah, we don't actually want to do the ox quest, because we're still on the bear quest. So we're going to stay with the bear quest for now. Okay. Huge watering can. Would certainly save a few trips back and forth to the riverside. Yes, it would. Large cabbage. Larger than normal, but not quite so large as the ox's crops. A changeling, again. As if it just can't wait to be uprooted. And another changeling. Alright then. Crow. Adversary to a farmer, ally to a witch. Well, then I'm not going to kill it if it's my ally. Okay. What the hell? What did I open? Okay. Oh, there's a chest. There's a chest right there. I didn't even see it. Okay. Alright. Rich topsoil. A healthy mound of turned up soil, rich with nutrients and perhaps something more. And a pheasant. Not entirely unlike a chicken, though to the aesthetic preference of some. Okay. Clay. Alright. Uh-oh. Bandit. An unpleasant sort. Expresses it primarily through stabbing. Alright, well, we can't deal with them right now, so let's give them a wide berth. I guess that's where the unusual hay bale. Buried in the hay, a secret waits to be discovered. The Ox's farm, and... Alright, there's something else over in that direction. Well, what's this way first, before we turn back? What's in this direction? Farmhand. Something odd about this fellow, spending too much time in the dirt, perhaps. Good idea. Alright. Pumpkin Jack. An unfortunate byproduct of harvest magics, and we need a snag vine, which we do not have. How does one make a snag vine? Alright, we need Seeker Vine, which we have some, but not a lot. And a sewing kit, which we can craft. But we need Skeeter Snoot, which is in the swamp, and we don't have that. So we'll have to come back later to deal with them. Fairy circles. I feel like this is important, but I don't know what to do with it. Anyway, we do need fireflies for something. I forget what exactly. Fairy circle. Fey energies converge on this spot, but to what end is unclear. I don't know. Looks important, but I don't know what to do with it. Oh boy. Okay. Gnome. A natural tinkerer, but stubbornly refuses to read any instruction manual. Alright. Well, let's give them also a wide berth, I guess. Since we don't know how to deal with them. I suppose I can pick up any of these sunflowers. No, it doesn't look like it. What's this? Nothing? Okay. Alright, well that's that side of the map. So I guess we'll see about the unusual hay bale. See what that's about. Something odd about him, yada yada yada, okay. Gotcha. Can I pick up corn or something? Ripe grain, alright. Alright, that's where you get grain from, alright. Ripe grain, surely no one would notice just this one sheaf going missing. Yes, just the one sheaf. Never mind that I've taken 2 now. And now 3. I'm cutting into his profits. Okay. We don't know what lazy grass is for, but I guess we'll find out. Upon closer inspection, these are loafers. This mountain of hay appears to have been deliberately woven into an intricate wickerwork structure. You carefully pluck a single piece of straw from its center, and the whole bundle begins to swirl and unravel until a gaping vortex opens before you. Hey, it's a shortcut. So now we're back home. Okay, so that's all that is. There is one in every map. I didn't know that that's what that was, by the way. I haven't been to the fields before, but there is one in the swamp as well. So I assume there's one in every location. That'd be my guess. Cow. What up, cow? Alright, we need a jar for the cow. Also means we're gonna have to get more clay for that water, but whatever. Alright, cow. Here's your milk. Alright. Wooden pump. Oh, cool. You can just get water from here. If you're willing to do the work, a cold beverage may be in your future. So we don't have to go all the way back to the well. Not given to conversation, it would seem. And another changeling. And rich topsoil. Okay, that's fine. Chick. A ball of fuzz with aspirations of chickenhood. chicken. Plump and happy hen. I can just pick one up. That's all the eggs for now. Alright, I got an egg. Cool. Again, don't know what I'm doing with the egg, but I have one. These any different? Rooster. The cock of the walk, but it is really all bluster. Okay. Alright. What did we need milk for? This? This. Okay. Alright, we still have to go to the swamp to get that anyway. To get the rest of it, rather. Okay. So, in the interest of time, what I think we'll do is we'll stick with the bear quest rather than pursuing the ox quest for now. So, we'll head to the apiary. Because we need to get honey for the mead anyway. Harried beekeeper. Has no shortage of bees, but having a rough time of doing the keeping. Heidi-ho, neighborino. I'm afraid we're closed for the season. Closed? But I need some of your honey right away. Sorry, our supply was cleaned out just a little while ago. Funny little man with a cart. You just missed him. Ah, yes, I've met him. He's the quartermaster for the bear. But he had a bit of an accident on the road. I need to collect some more honey for the lakeshore camp. The bear? Well, that explains why that quartermaster purchased so dang much. Heard that the lumbering bully would steal the nectar from a larva if it suit him. My poor bees have already worked themselves half to death for that order. And they don't have any honey left. I wish I could do... They don't have any honey left. Aren't they gonna fucking die? I wish I could do something to help you, but the only honey left in the entire apiary is Her Majesty's personal reserve. Her Majesty. Why, my sweet spring flower, jewel of my crown, the golden son of my... Yes, yes, get on with it. My beloved queen, she's as lovely as she is wise and resides over her flowered kingdom. A shrill voice pierces the meadow and sends chills down your spine. Slave! Where is my... I can't do shrill. Where is my dinner? I order you to bring me the finest sunflowers. Right away, my love. And make it pretty this time. I don't want another one of your dandelion bouquets like some common wasp. Yes, my sweet. I think I had better have an audience with this queen of myself. I can't do her voice now. I fucked it up. Tidy hives, full of bees, completely devoid of honey. And there's a chest. We got a pot, though. So that's always good. Alright. Bee. Generally well-mannered, but can be quite hostile when irritated. Alright. Hello, madam. The regal insect looks down her curled nose at you scornfully. That fool beekeeper is supposed to stop the rebel from trampling my delicate garden. Good help is hard to find, isn't it? And I suppose you've come to lend a hand? No, I don't think so. What do you want, little beetle? You seem like a very busy woman, so I won't waste your time. I need honey, your best honey. She tilts her long neck back and lets out a buzzing laugh. Ha! Do you think I simply give my carefully cultivated riches to just any commoner? Do you have any idea how much time and energy is spent managing this colony? Everyone always wants something and no one ever wants to work for it. Blech. In a rustle of petals, the beekeeper comes running over, holding out an assortment of beautiful prairie flowers. My darling sweetheart, I offer you the finest meadow flowers. Hope you find those to your liking. Is this marigold? You wax-brained fool! Oh no, I despise the stuff! How many times must I repeat myself? Get out of my sight, all of you! My love, I have wronged you. Let me try again. You follow the beekeeper a short distance away, while he busies himself picking up more flowers. She seems to be in a foul mood. Does she always treat you like this? Well, yes. But it's really usually my own fault. Sometimes when she really gets her venom up, a little bit of smoke and soothing herbs calms her right down. Smoke, you say? I'm sure I could come up with something to even out her mood. Royal Incense Recipe. Alright then. Royal Incense Recipe. We need a smoke pellet, some witch's spice, and soporific potion. Okay. Oops. So a smoke pellet requires frog slime, requires herbs that we already have, and requires clay. Alright, we can make all of those. We'll find the frog somewhere. And then witch's spice we can just make. So that's good. Witch spice. Ever experience a flavor you can't quite describe? This is what you're tasting. Okay. So, how many of those do we need? Just the one. Okay. So, smoke pellet. We need more clay and we need more frog. And we have enough of the other stuff. So, let's go about doing that, I guess. This area is kind of small. So, there are like small offshoot areas like this apiary and like the Lakeshore Camp that probably don't have fast travel points. Alright, so we're not going to find clay here. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. The topsoil has clay in it. So we just got to find topsoil. On the other hand, the frog is down the well. So if we're going down the well anyway, rather than hunting around for topsoil, or clay deposits even, we can just go down the well and get it there instead. Okay. I don't know why I keep thinking that rock is clay and it's not, but every time I keep thinking it is. Okay. That's probably enough clay. Yeah. Alright, so we just gotta find a frog. I think there's one down in the well. But I think you have to dig them up. There he is. Okay. Alright, now all that's missing is soporific. And we need lathe caps. Okay, so we still gotta find a rotten log somewhere. Hey Melwyn, how you doing? Good to see you. So, rotten logs. Is there one? There it is. So, if we get this... Lathe cap. Okay, so that should be enough now. We can make that. And now we can make this. And I meant to pick up water down in the well. Damn it. Oh well. Okay, so we can use that on the queen bee. And I'm going to take a drink because I've been doing voices for all these characters and it's kind of straining my throat a little bit. Okay, so I haven't seen anything about... Yeah, I haven't seen anything about any boss fights. Yeah, this game is pretty fun, Melvin. It's a bit like a more directed Stardew Valley Cozy Grove kind of thing, where you just do a bunch of crafting stuff in here to complete different quests, and you're trying to resurrect a sleeping beauty, basically. And you need to collect the souls of 12 wicked people to do it. And we're currently on soul number 1, which is a bear. There's a wicked bear out in the forest that we need to deal with. Take this. You sneak! Do you honestly believe that your little puff of smoke can... The queen fans herself lightly as the world begins to push and pull all around her. Oh, does anyone else feel a little hot in this? As I was saying, you can't just... Sparkling sun bears down on the queen, like a warm summer's embrace. My Look at all these beautiful colors. They always been so bright. The queen bee stretches her arms across the sea of flowers, brushing the tips of their petals gleefully. She arcs her limbs through the myriad of colors swirling about her head. It's gorgeous. Oh, and it's that delicious smell. Cracking into the waxen walls of her hive, the queen pulls out a golden honeycomb. She proceeds to messily stuff the honey into her face. Delectable. Oh, it's so good. You simply have to try some, my dear. I never tasted anything so delicious in my life. She offers up a sticky handful to you. Why, thank you, my queen. The queen holds out a shimmering honeycomb to you. Yoink. Got it. And let's get out of here before the bees try to kill us. Melwin says I like to collect souls. Yeah, it's good to have. I mean, it's good to have a collection. Some people collect stamps. Some people collect the souls of their enemies. You know. Some people collect Pokemon. You know, it's good to have a hobby. Okay, so we have honey. We still need to make a protective talisman. So what are we missing? Magic paste. All right, we need dragonfly for that, and metamorphosis. We need bug ichor, which again is the swamp, and dryad fruit, which we haven't encountered yet, but it's in the forest somewhere, so we'll look for it, I guess. Is your man who still refuses to jump in the well? Okay. What was that? That's the bird. Dryad. This stream seems particularly angry about something. Maybe everything. Same. Same dryad. Alright, we need a cinder box for him. Or her. Her, rather. It's a dryad. And we need rodent lard. Okay, so we gotta find... we gotta find a squirrel so we can, so we can kill it and take its lard. But then we need to make a trap. Can we make a trap? What are we missing? Wicker. Alright, we have wicker. Make a trap. Okay. Now we just gotta find a squirrel or something. Squirrel? No squirrels. They heard about what I've been doing to all the other squirrels, so they've run away. Okay. We have done a circle. Okay. Well, there was a squirrel around here before, so maybe it's respawned? Why is it whenever I want a squirrel, I can't find it, and whenever I don't want a squirrel, they're everywhere? I'll take some cinders. Where are the squirrels? What the hell? There's birds everywhere, but we don't need birds, because we need rodent fat. Is that one? That's one. Okay, there we go. All right, squirrel. Get in the trap. Thanks. Appreciate it. It's so abrupt when he just bleh and he's dead. It's hilarious. It's the same with the when the dog goes to sleep and you use the sleeping potion on the dog and he's just immediately asleep. Okay. Alright. So, wake up the dryad, I guess. What's up? Well, take this. How do you like that? Alright, we got a dryad fruit. We're good. Let's get out of here. Okay. What did we need that for? I forget now. What did we need the dryad fruit for? This? This? What did we need the dryad fruit for? I forget. Oh, this. Alright, we need it for this. Okay, that's fine. Alright, okay, dog fur. We need to make this, so we need water. Okay, let's go get some water. So if we make some, have a pot, that's fine. Alright, so we have some water, so we can make more of this. Which means we can make more of this. So we have some sleepy meat for the dog. And we can immediately put him to sleep. We've already poisoned the dog in the Kilnsman, so let's not do that again. I can't imagine it's too healthy for the dog to keep going to sleep like that. So let's, there's a dog over here we can use it on. How you doing, Pooch? Eat that. Thanks. Appreciate it. Alright. That's a good pup. When soporific potion, that's what they give me at work every day, yeah. That's work, alright. I think that's just my lunch. My lunch is a soporific potion as well. Anyway. Oh, get that frog. Come here. Got him. Okay. Okay. So we can make this now. Wicked gemstone. The only thing left for this now is magic paste. And we need dragonfly. So we're going to swamp. We've put it off as long as he. Ow! What hit me? All right, something hit me. Wasn't even paying attention. Swamp it is. There's a snail. Get the snail. Sorry, sorry, snail. But I need your shell. What is that? Poisonous newt. Exploiting its ravenous hunger. Well, we do need an eye of newt for something, so let's... Here you go. I don't know why he blows up, but okay. Okay, we've got eye of newt. We need it for something, I forget what. And there was a dragonfly there, so we do actually need another one of these. Toxic thistle. Swamp mud. There goes a frog again. Come here. Where'd you go? Alright, got the frog. Hag shroom. So we also need secret vine for something. I forget what. There's all sorts of horrible stuff in the swamp, as you might imagine. A skeeter. Darn swamp, it's full of them. Fat with the blood of anything they can catch up to. And a bloodsucker. A tiny biter, though known to have some medicinal use. Okay. Spirit salts. Alright, well, we don't need one of those right now. Although I think we do need a seeker, or a skeeter rather, for something, but we'll deal with it later, I think. Well, Geico, nice. We didn't even have to go and fetch it ourselves. It was just in a chest. So we might be able to make something. We can make a smoke pellet now. No. We don't need that. Oh, we need more bug eye core for that. Okay. And we just need 2 of these. Okay. So all we need now is magic paste, which means a dragonfly, and we need bait for that. So we need one of these toxic thistles. Who's there? My eyes have gone milky. Please come a little closer, sister. I don't believe we've met before. Why do you call me sister? I don't need sight to see someone who's also signed a dark contract. The woman looks blindly through you, though you can sense her focus. Contract? So you've had dealings with that damnable goat, too? What sort of pact did he rope you into? Oh, you know how it is. I was young, and he weren't no goat when I knew him. We used to dance naked under the blood moon, nice, and raise the dead to frighten dull country folk. Ah, but it's ancient history now. Old age comes for us all, and eventually you've got to hang up the sacrificial dagger and settle down into the comforts of retirement. I know the feeling. I miss my cozy chair and little fireplace. Seems like a fine spot you've got here. Well, it's not all posies and pumpernickel. She clutches worriedly at the moth-eaten blanket in her lap. What's rattled your bones? Maybe I can help. It's my dear old husband, handsome chap, although a bit clumsy. He had a tumble trying to weed out some swamp traps from the yard. Awful things like to snap at your toes when you're not looking. Anyways, he twisted his ankle pretty bad and went off to the sick house to have it looked at. But that was a few days ago. He should have been back by now. And these legs haven't worked right in decades. I can't even go to check up on him. I've been so worried. I even thought about making another contract. Don't you dare. Just you wait here. I'll go find him and see what the bother is. Oh, thank you, sister. The sick house is down to the west. Be careful of the critters along the way. They've got a taste for blood. All right, then. We've got the leech is next up. But again, we're just going to focus on the bear. No, I said we're just going to focus on the bear. Okay. There's the dragonfly still. Kill that snail. We still haven't found thistle or whatever it is. A drake. And not a full-grown dragon, but just as mean. The drake requires a snacker voice. Love the voices. Thank you, Melwan. It is absolutely destroying my throat, but they're fun. I like doing them. So, a snacrifice, a juicy offering to powers greater. Powers with many gnashing teeth. Alright. Well, we're not going to be dealing with the drake, I think. Not right now, anyway. Toxic thistle. Toxic thistle. Any day now. A totem. Eerie. Somehow manages to make the swamp even less inviting. That's impressive. And rising body. Very good. Plant growth throughout has lifted this body almost to standing. Still dead, though. Grim. Embalming salts. So the plants have grown and the roots have grown up. Have some tea with honey. I think I will have to for my voice. The plants have grown up through the corpses and lifted them out of the ground. That's grim. Oh, I need this. Shears? No. Hammer? No. Shears. Why wouldn't you let me shear it? Weird. Okay. Do I have enough to make it yet? Wait. Base, yeah. Okay. So, if we just find a dragonfly nearby, or just get a clear space so nothing else tries to get it. Here he comes. You idiot. Alright. That got us our bug ichor too. Cool. Alright, that was a good haul, because we needed all of those items. Okay. We can make our potion. We can make our metamorphosis elixir. And we can make our magic paste. And that means we can make our protective talisman. I think that's it. Yeah, we're good. Alright, we're gonna head back now to the lakeshore camp, where the bear has been decimating all of his underlings, all of his soldiers, because they ran out of honey mead for him. Because he's a bear, and a bear likes to drink mead, because of course. Bears like honey, why wouldn't they? Okay. This way? This way. Okay. So we can give... Here's the bear. Has he killed anybody else while we've been away? Okay. We can give him his talisman. If I make you a protective talisman, will you let me into this tent? I suppose I wouldn't have much to worry about if you did. Alright, let's give him this talisman. Here, it sought to shield you from harm for a time. He grins nervously as he puts the charm around his neck, and he clobbers himself in the face with his own fist. Wow, you weren't kidding. Oh, that's nowhere near the kind of punishment the bear can dish out. I better find some more stuff to test it out with, and I'll give that bear a piece of my mind. He stumbles off into the camp to find other objects to try against his newfound protection, leaving the bear's tent unattended. So he's going around just punching himself in the face. That's very good. Okay. Okay. So we need to be in here because we need to find something that the bear treasures. Open top barrel, decent for temporary storage, not as much for retention, and just a regular chest. So what's in here? Nothing? Okay. Torn teddy bear. A ragged toy bear, well loved and well beyond its prime. Would a bear have a teddy bear as a toy? Like, it's not like children sleep with plush humans, you know? That'd be weird, right? Yeah? That'd be strange. Alright, well, we got the bear, and we get a pot, and we get some more meat. Okay. A dear trifle, surely this will do. Okay. Alright, now we have everything. The frothing basin of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. Okay, so honey, in it goes. As you squeeze the honeycomb with your bare hands, thick, rich honey slowly oozes into the brewery's tank. Too sweet for your taste, but then this potion is not for you. And then the metamorphosis elixir. I had a baby doll when I was... Yeah, that's true. Kids do have dolls. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. You ladle out a good portion of the writhing tar-like substance into the brewery. To be safe, you add a little bit more just for texture. And a torn teddy bear. You pause before dropping the tattered plaything into the brewery. A glint in its button eye reminds you of something, but the thought soon evaporates from your mind. You overturn your palm and the stuffed bear splashes down into the concoction. No! It floats sadly for a moment, it's grim, before becoming waterlogged and disappearing under the surface. I wonder if it gives a thumbs up on the way down. But with the addition of the final ingredient, the brewing equipment is sealed and set to work. Steam hisses from the rivets, and its swollen metal belly clanks and rattles. Before long, the waggling fingers of the gauges and dials settle down, indicating that the brew is complete. You give a quick sniff test and recoil at the sickeningly sweet vapors. You push an empty wooden keg under the contraption's spigot and crank the release valve. The brewery strains under the pressure and fills the keg with chunky, oozing fluid. May not be the finest honey mead around, but hopefully that great raging galoot won't stop to notice the difference. The brewery wheezes in defeat. You doubt it will ever make mead again. Alright, we got a keg. Give the bear his mead. Do I have to equip the keg? Yes, I do. Okay. Let's swap it out for this. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Let's see if this bear is going to try to kill me. Here you go. Ah, Captain, I've brought you more honey mead. The bear swipes up the tankard with his massive paw and tosses the contents into his slavering maw with hesitation, rather. Or without hesitation. That makes more sense. He licks his chops, savoring the peculiar flavor. With a sudden jerk, he bears down on you with suspicion. Say, this tastes kind of funny. What did you do, soldier? It's a new recipe. I thought you might enjoy something with a little more sting in it. You know I hate new things. I'll teach you to mess with my favorite brew, you hayseed. The bear is upon you with frightening speed. He raises the huge mace in his paw skyward, and you brace for impact. With an equal measure of speed, the sergeant leaps between the crushing mace and your head. You peer through your fingers as a great clang resounds through the camp. The bear roars furiously as his blow is magically repelled from the sergeant's talisman. Nice. The mace bows spinning out of his paw and falls into the lake with a great splash. He gapes, dumbfounded, as the sergeant stands before him, completely unharmed. Ha! That'll teach you to pick on us, you big oaf. This has been a long time coming. The sergeant wags his finger at the bear. Who do you think you are, huh? You think you're so big and tough with your fancy feather hat and your big honking club? Well, look at you now. The camp soldiers gather to witness in stunned awe. Miraculously, the bear seems to shrink in the face of the sergeant's onslaught. If it was up to me, you'd be dishonorably discharged for disorderly conduct. You're a disgrace to the uniform. You're no captain of mine. With fear welling up in his eyes, the bear shrinks and shrinks until he is reduced to the size of a small cat. And another thing, what's happening? Teddy bear. In place of the bear's drunken grimace is the stitched smile of a doll's grin. Two button eyes stare back at the disapproving faces surrounding the little plush toy. The sergeant takes a step back to reveal the small shape of a stuffed teddy bear where the brute once stood. Your transformative potion has finally done its work. Gee, I guess I overdid it? He scratches his head in befuddlement, but seems genuinely relieved. Hi, Sarge. I guess that means you're in charge now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Well, what are you all standing around for? Camp's a mess. Let's get to work. Yoink. Okay, and we've dealt with the bear. He does have a great hat. Well, he did have a great hat. Not anymore. You pick up the diminutive doll and brush some sand off its fur. As you inspect it further, its head lolls to face you. Far within the glassy surface of its button eyes, you can barely make out a tiny crimson flame. The trapped soul of the bear. This ought to be what that old goat is after. I hope he's happy. Alright, we've got the bear, I guess. Nice. Nice. What a mess, so much to do. So much to do indeed. Okay. Right, that's one down. Anyway. Okay, so we can go after the ox, or we can go after the leech, or we can go after the snake. Who do we want to deal with? That's Dryad. Run away. I doubt we'll actually finish the quests, whichever one of them is, but I don't know. We can see about going after one of them. So, the leech is a doctor who may be performing some invasive surgery, and the ox is a farmer who's growing suspiciously large vegetables, and his family has been disappearing. And the snake is a traveling minstrel who has been kind of hypnotizing people. He's like a Pied Piper kind of guy. And I don't know who the other ones are because we haven't encountered them. Okay. We didn't spend a whole lot of time in the swamp, so let's do the leech. Which is this one. See, the dog is fine. He's back up. No bother. He hasn't noticed that we cut a clump of hair out of him. Alright, back to the swamp. Alright, so make our way to the sick house, which is over there. No. Rotten Aperture. Rotten Aperture, I think, is the what you call it? Oh, this is a dead end. Oh boy. Excuse me. Coming through. Pardon me. I think the Rotten Aperture is a fast travel point, so we might as well unlock that, because it will be useful. Yeah, it seems if there's like a lot of on-screen effects, that's when the game has a bit of slowdown. Which is unfortunate. What are you? A stick totem. Someone built this effigy to pay respect to the moon. The moon, in turn, has given it life. Well, could you have not done that, the moon? Go away. Go away? I need to get to that thing, so if you could go away, that'd be great. No? Alright then. You asked for this. I didn't wanna, but you wouldn't go. So now this is happening. Snail, okay. Fast travel point. The thick moss growing on this massive fallen trunk seems to recoil at your touch, revealing strange etchings even on the bark below. Slowly, a spark of swirling energy seeps forth from the waterlogged wood until an ethereal doorway opens before you. There's our fast travel point. Okay. Feather. Seeker Vine. So, where is the sick house then? It's down here. Okay. Oh wait, there's actually a troll on this bridge, which is pretty funny. A fat troll sits squarely in the middle of the bridge, busy scratching an itch on his back with a fallen tree. His unmatched girth blocks the path forward. Out of the way, you big galoot! He shifts his mass and releases a loud fart as you attempt to circumvent him. Ah, fine, keep your bridge. I'll come back when the vapors have dissipated. Alright, so no getting past him right now. We'll have to pay him, I guess, at some point. This way? This way. Madam, hold on now, this sick house is full to the brim and festering with disease. Don't you know there's a deadly plague going around? A plague, you say? This is the first I've heard of it. Really? It's been 2 years this plague has been going on. How long were you asleep? Oh, it's terrible. It affects the young and old, the healthy and infirm alike. We're so swamped with patients I can barely catch my breath. You need an oxygen mask to pass. That troll. That's a serious stink. So what are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be inside tending to the ill? We've just got so many bodies piling up. Someone has to bury them before they spread the sickness further. She drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. It's gotten so crowded, I've had to dump some in the swamp. That seems unethical. Oh, don't worry. The leech is inside working her miracles on the other patients. They couldn't be in better hands. The leech, that's a doctor of this place. The best in the land. I don't dare think about how much worse it would be without her skills. I need to speak to her. I'm checking up on someone who came through here. Sorry, I cannot in good conscience allow a person of your, years to enter such an infectious space without proper inoculation. But with all the patients, we're low on medicine, and I'm afraid I don't have any to spare. Bah, that's a simple booster shot made from anyway. It's 5G, apparently. There's plenty of medicinal ingredients right here in the swamp. I'll go get them myself. Well, it's a pretty basic prescription if you bring me the components. I'll be able to mix and administer it. Then you can go inside. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug ichor extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle powder, and some lazy grass to numb the pain. Well, I got some lazy grass. The nurse takes the dried grasses you have been so careful to keep intact, and immediately crushes them into powder. I don't need that yet. Okay. Alright. Well, we don't have any of those. Bug ichor we get from the dragonflies. So we need more bait. And toxic thistle is just around. We just need more of it. There's some here. How much did she need? Shit. Five toxic thistles. Okay. And bait stick. We can make more of that. The bait stick requires... Yeah, I know. This needing a booster just feels too much like real life. I know. I played A Plague Tale over on the YouTube channel a while ago, and that was just all far too many references to plagues and vaccines and stuff, and it's like, this is too close to home. Okay. Come and get it. Nice. Oh, he didn't drop very much, though. Okay. Right, we need more bug ichor, so we need another one of these. It's not great. Like, it's not great that we've had to use up the thistle stuff for it. Nice. I do like that the game just spawns an animal if you use a trap. You don't have to go looking for one. But we did have to for the squirrel, because it seems it'll only spawn a bird. It won't spawn a squirrel if you want that. So it's good in some cases, but not all the time. All right, there's some more thistles over there. All right, we need 2 more. I don't see any. There was one here. We got it over. No, it's there. Still there. Phew, that was close. Alright, now we need one more. One more thistle. Some over here. Alright, cool. We got them all now. Alright, time to get our booster shot. Normally you have to wait in line for like a really long time, but apparently you can just walk up to the... If you bring your own ingredients, you can just walk up to the nurse and she'll give them to you. Okay. Bug ichor. You place a sloshing jar of ichor in the nurse's hands. She inspects it suspiciously, but doesn't ask where it came from. And toxic thistle. You snap off a few spiny thistles and pass them through the nurse. She is careful not to prick herself on the sharp ends. The nurse nods at you, gathering all the ingredients into a small hand-sized mortar. You hold your breath as she mashes everything into a slimy, stinky liquid. Not the most pleasant stuff, but I can assure you it beats growing lumps where no lumps should be. Speak for yourself. One can never have enough lumps. The nurse shrugs at you, sucking up the bubbling mixture into an oversized syringe. She gestures for you to hold out your arm. After stabbing into your flesh several times, she fails to find any veins with the point of the needle. Hurry, you seem to have some strange physiology. Bah, give it here, I'll do it. You seize the injector and jab it into your arm without further fuss. A cool sensation climbs into your fingertips. You doubt the medicine will have any effect, but at least it should make the nurse happy. There, I feel much better. Can I go inside now? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. You should be immune to the plague for the time being. Let's be quick. The leech is very busy. All right, then. Okay, that's a decoration chest, I guess. Oh boy, it's the leech. Indoor dining allowed now? That's true. The doctor slithers from one patient to another, checking off little boxes on a clipboard. From under her wide-brimmed hat, she appears to notice you enter, but pays you no mind. You must be the leech. I was hoping you could help me find one of your patients. You must be. Do you have the symptoms? Crackling of the bones, oozing eyes, skin rot, perhaps a yellow liver? Let's get you examined. The leech extends her toothy snout, prodding your body and searching for some hidden malignancy. You slap her away with a swift palm. If it's sickness you're looking for, you won't find it on me. My dear, we are all sick with something. Whether it's a broken heart or a broken arm, we all suffer in one way or another. You peer through her tightly wrapped garments and see a deep darkness underneath. Despite the warmth in her words, there is a sense of hunger and urgency in her tone. I am here to heal, to mend, to put all your troubles at ease. Now tell me, what ails you? I told you already, I'm in perfect health. I'm here to find someone. A man who came through here with a sprained ankle. Half the patients come to me with a twisted this or a broken that. Before the pox sets in, that is. Can you be more specific? What does he look like? Oh, I'm not sure. Well, then how do you expect me to help you? Come back to me when you know who you're looking for. You look about the sick house at the coughing, wheezing, bedridden souls. Perhaps some of them will be able to identify the missing husband? Okay. Deduce a description of the husband from the sick folk. Just sickly person, exhausted from this whole ordeal. Yeah, same. Another unfortunate patient. Has seen better days. Well, same. This patient just stares into the distance, silent. It's the beardy guy you're looking for? Can't find the short guy? Sorry. Short, beardy. Beardy. Short. Leave me alone. You're not very helpful. Beardy. Dark hair, dark eyes. Darker complexion. Dark hair, dark eyes, dark complexion, short, beady hair. Crimson wine. Thick, dark wine that clings to the inside. Thick, dark, crimson wine, huh? Huh? I played Resident Evil 8. I know what that is. Alright, Leech. Well, do you have any better idea who you're looking for? Fellow we're looking for is short. I'm going to need a bit more than that. Of dark in features. Narrowing it down, give me something else. Captain wore a full beard. Ah, yes. I remember that poor man now. He came in with a swollen ankle, but on his journey through the swamp he must have contracted the plague. His condition declined rapidly, I'm sorry to say. In the end, there wasn't much I could do for him, except make him comfortable. He's dead? What sort of sick house is this anyway? My condolences, really. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to doing what I can for the living. At least tell me where his wife might collect his body. The nurse outside seemed to be having trouble keeping track of them all. I'm sorry, that information is reserved for next of kin. Judging by your physique, I would say you were related to the deceased in the slightest. Weren't related, hang on. I would say you weren't related to the deceased in the slightest. The doctor turns away from you to prepare vials of medicine. Better return to the old woman in the swamp with the bad news. Oh well. Sorry, lady, your husband's dead. Like, give me my reward. Of course, the husband's probably not really dead. Or, I mean, sorry. Husband is probably dead, but I don't think he had the plague. I'm sure the leech was doing some nefarious after-hours activities. Yoink. Okay. How you doing? Do you have any news of my husband? He should have been back from the sick house by now. You bow your head in condolence. I'm sorry to say that your husband has passed away. The leech said he fell ill with the plague. Rather than grief, an expression of mild annoyance crosses the woman's face. Oh, what a nuisance. You don't seem that upset by the news. Well, he was getting on in years. It was bound to happen sooner or later. I just didn't think it would be for some measly plague of all things. So, where is the fool now? I'm not sure. The leech wouldn't tell me. But her assistant mentioned having to dispose of the dead out in the swamp. Ah, brimstone and bandersnatch. I know I'm already in your debt, sister. But can I ask you for another favor? I suppose I've already stuck my foot in this mess. What is it? There's an old circle of power just west of here. It served me well in my younger years. I expect it's still got some juice left. I need you to dust it off and fire it up again. I'd go do it myself, but by the time I get there, my poor husband's body would already be reduced to worm farts. Worm farts, okay? What am I to do with this circle? You're a knowledgeable lass. The engravings on the obelisks should explain the rest. Okay then. Visit the obelisks in the swamp. No? There? Okay. Okay. She sounds like my grandma. It would be a nuisance to her if somebody died. That's a tough grandma you have. Alright, here we go. What do we gotta do? You brush off a blanket of thick moss and lichen from the ancient magical pattern carved into the earth. The essence of power wakes at your touch, bringing slight warmth to your fingertips. Four black stone obelisks surround the ritual spot. It's kind of grey to me, but okay. You'll need to scrape off more overgrown decay to read the runic letterings engraved on their surfaces. Alright, that's a lot of stuff, more stuff I need to make here. The best grandma, of course. Okay. Ornately dressed, but for what and by whom? Adorned obelisk, ornamented obelisk, rooted obelisk, skyward obelisk. So we need a Drake Fang. I don't like the sound of that. Apothecary Humors, a Necromantic Charm, and we still need to get a death certificate from the leech, so... How do I make any of those things? There's a Necromancer's Charm, which requires Pumpkin Jack Bone, Blood, and Wicker. And then there's a roast Beast, which we can make. I might as well. Alright, we got some roast beast. There's some apothecary humors needs blood, bug eye core. Okay, so all of the goo. All of the goo items so far is what that needs. And we'll need a snacrifice to deal with the Drake, which means more magic paste, which means we're going to have to go back to the farms to get some milk. We'll have to get some water. What was the other thing we needed? And the Drake Fang will need to beat up a Drake. Anyway, that's still probably a lot left to do on that. So, probably gonna leave it. I'll come back to that some other time. That's Wytchwood. This is a quick look at it, so you think you get an idea of what it is. It's a fairly kind of grim fairy tale kind of setting that, you know, you go about collecting items and crafting more items to collect more items and so on. It's that kind of nested doll thing of needing items to get more items to get more items to get more items. So it's a bit Minecraft in that sense. There's a bit of Stardew Valley to it. There's a bit of Cozy Grove, Animal Crossing, that kind of thing going on. But it's got this sort of grim Tim Burton fairy tale thing going on, which I really like. I really like this aesthetic that it's going for. And I'll have more to say if I ever get back to my monthly videos. I'm still working on the July video for last year, which is the script is done. I just need to record it now. So yeah. Next on Saturday, we will be looking at Sifu. So just play this and swap over desktop audio. Let me just... I should never have tried this. The audio's not coming through. Okay, anyway. That is Sifu, which we'll be looking at on Saturday. It's Kung Fu roguelike, where it's a very difficult combat scenario. So it's a difficult to master setup. And every time you die, your character will age. So there is effectively an upper limit on how many times you could do it before you have to reset, I guess. Not entirely sure how the death mechanic works. That's something we'll find out on Saturday. But the combat looks really, really nice. Very fluid. And there's a lot of like improvisation. You can pick up different items in the environment to deal with different opponents and stuff like that. So we'll be having a look at that on Saturday. And later on tonight, there is a Nintendo Switch Direct, or Switch Direct rather, that I'll be checking out. So if you want to come back at 10, I'll be here. If assuming I can fix the audio so you can hear what's happening in the desktop as well, because there should be audio here, but there isn't. So I'll need to figure out what that's about. But other than that, that's what we'll be looking at. So I hope you like looking at Wytchwood. As Melwin says, yeah, same. Aesthetic looks great. It does. It's a really nice looking game. That'd be Wytchwood, this one. Yeah. So if you want to come back at 10, I'll be here when I've had some tea to get my voice back, and while I iron out some of the audio issues I'm having here, apparently. Yeah, looking forward to Direct tonight. Yeah, me too. Hopefully we'll see some good stuff. I'm hoping to see Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's my big wish. That's my Hail Mary for Switch Direct tonight. I would imagine that I might show off a bit more of Breath of the Wild 2. Because that is out this year and there's still very little known about it, so we're kind of hoping that'll be something too. But anyway, hopefully see a few of you tonight. Maybe Melwin if you want to hang around, but it's up to you. No pressure if you don't want to, or if you just rather watch it by yourself, that's up to you as well. Otherwise, maybe see you on Saturday, or maybe see you on Sunday for the weekly news recap or something like that. Anyway, I'm all over the place. I'll see you somewhere, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.